Hey everyone, I am back and welcome back in. This is Pharaoh with Total Understanding Tarot. So much has happened. I hope you all are still well and growing. I would like to offer my apologies for being gone for so long. I was really just getting myself together and just figuring a lot out just for myself and my life. Hopefully the collective is doing well. We're going to get into y'all daily readings. A lot is changing in the format, but for now, just tap into this intro and then we'll get started. Much love. Okay, and once again, I am Pharaoh with Total Understanding Tarot. Thank you guys for joining us. If this is your first time, you can check out the description box for ways to book a personal reading and other ways to contact us on social media. I am changing up the format, okay? A lot went down. The Instagram for Total Understanding Tarot got disconnected, disabled, so the Pharaohs Rise account is still open, and that's where I will be posting all of the content from the readings, right? So on YouTube, I'm going to be doing the weekly readings and the weekend readings. And then if you guys want daily updates on the energies to be mindful of, check out the Instagram at Pharaohs Rise only. We're not doing the Total Understanding Tarot because that account has been disabled. I was not able to recover it. I have not received any sort of feedback from Instagram. So that's just where that is. And that's just the energy. You have to learn how to move around certain obstacles and don't let certain challenges stop you. Okay, so it'll actually be better for us as a community anyway, because it is one place to find everything. You don't have to go searching to and fro for all the information. Okay, so daily readings, daily live readings on Instagram consistently, and the weekly readings here, and then the weekend. And that's just another thing, just being mindful of the commitments that you make. Yeah, things come up and life gets challenging and you want to honor your body and your feelings, but your word means something. It has to mean something in order for you to have a legacy here. So it's like, if you put your mind on something, if you say, hey, this is how I'm going to move and how I'm going to operate, then you should do everything in your power to make that happen. Okay, so I'm just trying to say that in a gentle way and a polite way, you know, but that's the reality. It's like, if you want to level up in your life, you have to level up in your thinking and your accountability, and start seeing the ways that you're blocking yourself from your destiny. I'm also getting that I was doing like a pre-shuffle, and then in a meditation before this, I was really seeing a lot of energy of the collective really realizing, like, hey, I've been stopping myself because I've been holding myself to the past version of me. You may have been operating in your everyday life as a full-grown adult, but some ways you were still being hindered by the opinions of others, or maybe you weren't forgiving yourself for things that happened in the past when you were a different person. It's just really this energy of acceptance, right? You have to accept where you are, accept where you've been, right? Accept what you've done, what you've said. And that is more a hit to the ego, because you want to maybe be perceived as like, oh, well, you know, it was really this person's fault, or it was really that situation. But at the end of the day, you're the common denominator in every event in your life. How are you contributing to these situations? And sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow, so you stay stuck in the past and not realizing why you're not moving forward. It's just really because you either feel like you owe someone something, or you owe people things, and it's just life. You know, you're going to be the bad guy in someone's story, whether you feel like you've done nothing wrong. There are some people that are just going to have you pegged as the villain, as the bad guy for whatever reason. And you have to be okay with that if you want to continue to move forward and prosper. You don't have to do anything, but it's just this energy of, I really feel the collective wants to move forward, because I saw the Five of Pentacles it was like the Five of Pentacles, then the Eight of Wands, and then the Ten of Pentacles, then the Eight of Wands, and then the Moon, and then the Hermit, and then the Five of Cups. And it's just this energy of like you are seeing, right, what has been holding you back. You're seeing the ways that you have been living in the past, and you've been seeing the ways that you've been trying to rush to this Ten of Pentacles when you still have a Five of Pentacles mindset. It's like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, but you're not handling your resources that you have right now. Or, oh, I want a spouse, I want a partner, but you aren't holding yourself accountable for the ways that you need to change in order to be on the energy level of somebody of that caliber. You know, it's like you want someone who's emotionally mature and balanced. You want a bank account that's healthy. Then you have to have healthy spending habits. You have to have healthy emotional and mental habits and routines and practices so that you can be on the same playing field as someone that you want to attract. But it is Pentacles, so I'm getting stability and legacy. A lot of the collective, quite frankly, I didn't see any traditional love cards. The Ten of Pentacles can relate to that love and money type feeling, but it's like something you still need to deal with. Maybe something regarding your self-esteem and how you see yourself. Yeah, it's time for a new start. You sitting up here trying to make old things grow and wondering why it's taking so long. And sometimes you just got to throw things out and just start over. Just start over. Why are you, it's like you're holding on to, we're going to let that be the start of the reading. We're going to let that be the center of the reading. And let go. Letting go can be so freeing. You're trying to basically make up for lost time, and you're losing more time in the process instead of just letting go and having a fresh start, ushering in fresh energies. Quite frankly, for me, like on a smaller scale, I have this plant that I've been trying to revive, and I didn't realize I was very ignorant of plant life, and I went to a pop-up and I bought this snake plant, and not realizing that a well-discerning eye would have seen that, hey, this plant is not looking healthy. To me, it looked healthy, but I'm sure someone who's like well-versed in the knowledge of botany would have known. And so I got this plant, and long story short, it started to die like after just like maybe a week. Like I started seeing wilt, I started seeing like mold and fungus on it. I'm just like, oh my God, am I doing something wrong? So I took it to a plant shop, like literally right down by my house, and the guy was like, oh, you must have some sort of, I think it was some sort of like mite or a little insect. It's like, oh, because this white stuff in the soil is indicative of someone knowing that this plant was susceptible to this sort of parasite, and they put it in the soil. So I'm like, the people who sold me the plant knew it had this issue. They knew they had this issue. They thought they had eradicated it. But for me not knowing what I'm getting myself into, I didn't have the perception to see like, oh, this plant already has issues. This plant already has things going on. So I'm telling you, it's been over a year, and I've still been trying to hold on, and the plant is just like dying and dying. I had a professional look at it and repotted and resoiled, and I was standing on it, making sure I was watering at the right increments, and it just kept wilting. So that's something that, and to this day, I literally still have it. I like reached out to somebody probably like 2 days ago, like, hey, I'm trying to save this plant. And like, as I'm doing this reading, I'm talking to you guys, I'm like, I'm doing the same thing. Like, you got to learn how to let things go and just be okay with that. Because I would see it as a personal failure, to be like, man, like this plant died in my care. Well, from jump, it was sick from jump, and it was my ignorance that wasn't aware of it, so it's just this energy. And the Nine of Swords on the bottom. Some of y'all racking y'all brains about issues that if y'all just let it go, accept it, it is what it is. Stop trying to figure it out and piece it together. Just let it be, and it's okay, and it's okay. And so it's just this energy of not taking everything so personally and not feeling like everything is a personal failure. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. That's life. It's ups and downs, and just be okay with that. That has nothing to do with your self-esteem and your self-worth. And when you tie every incident to your value, you greatly diminish your power. That's your solar plexus energy. That's the battery that powers everything. And your self-worth, your willpower, are all being diminished because you are personally associating and attaching yourself to every aspect of your life, even other people and other people's problems and what they have going on. And it's the same thing with partners, you know, just being wise in who you partner with, taking your time and understanding that, hey, in the early stages, if there's trouble, if there's any unsure, my intuition is like saying, I'm not really sure, I'm going to honor that, you know, and just being okay in that space and not having to know why you feel a certain way in order for you to act on it, because your intuition is trying to give you the heads up so you don't have to experience another cycle. You don't have to experience another karmic cycle. You don't have to experience the full weight of something crashing and burning for you to get the wake up to say, oh, okay, this is not what it is. Like, oh, I don't have to take this job, or I don't have to get into a relationship with this person, I don't have to move here. Take those intuitive nudges as you trying to protect yourself, you know, and just be mindful of, you know, hey, is this coming from a place of unhealed trauma, or is this really my intuition saying, hey, you don't have to, something's not right here, there's no need for you to try and figure out what's going on, you know, just be okay with that. So we're going to get into the reading. We're starting off with the Fool card. Let's see what this new beginning is. All right. So we have the Emperor that came out in the cross with some Ace of Pentacles upright. And we also have the Six of, come on, y'all. This is the victory season. The reason you're not stepping into your power as the Emperor, the reason why it came out in a cross position is something that you're moving, is because you're not accepting this new start. This is the Six of Wands. You are victorious. There's something you're still holding on to, some way you're still trying to figure something out, or blaming yourself, or feeling like you owe somebody something, or owe people this and that. Listen. There are certain people in your life who've helped you to get to where you are, and that is a blessing. You can allow that to be motivation and to say, hey, I was put in this position based on my ancestors, my aunt, da-da-da-da. But for you to feel indebted to somebody by giving your life, your time, and attention to appeasing a person, that's you manipulating yourself. You are victorious. Look at these amazing cards here. And two major arcanas. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. A straight up gift from the divine. A straight up gift saying, hey, not only is it something that we're giving you, but you work for this. Come on, warrior. Got the wand in their hand. This is a race. People are cheering for you. The people who are hating for you can't help but to see your light. The people who are who've been cheering in the background are coming into your view now. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like you're in an amazing space. But we have the Page of Pentacles on the bottom, but you're not taking the step necessary. Maybe you're taking baby steps when you should be taking leaps right now. This is a major gift. But we have the Page on the bottom, or this also may be a new start in terms of something that's gonna it's not lower your position, but it's just like it's new. So you may not have all the answers like you did in your old life. You know, you learn how to survive in a certain manner. There were certain routines and certain things that you just knew how to operate, almost like on muscle memory. But this is a new space to where you're going to have to get that brain activated again. You know, and that's another note to some people. It's like you never stop learning. You know, just because you're not in school doesn't mean you can't brush up on your mathematics. You can brush up on science and history. Personally, I've always wanted to like have the periodic table of elements memorized. So that's a personal goal of mine. Now that I'm standing here, now there's more accountability. So it might be helpful to have an accountability partner, not at the expense of you becoming a life coach for somebody. You know, it has to be an equal match. You want someone who's going to equally encourage you and hold you accountable as you are to them. If you're having to drag somebody on board, say, come on, let's be accountability partners. Let's work out together. Let's get our finances in order together. And they're reluctant and you're dragged. That's not the one. Okay, you're in a season to where you're victorious, so you're going to attract people that are on your level. But just like a moth to a flame, you're going to attract other people who desire that light, who crave that light, who aren't cultivating that energy in their own lives, and they're going to try and suck that from you. That's why your discerning spirit and your intuition must be one of the major guiding lights of your life, because trying to allow the experience to teach you every time is going to hold you back from so many blessings, and so much time is going to be wasted. So just be mindful of that. Stay in tune with spirit, right? We have the Temperance. I split the deck. That's Sag energy, and it's a patience card. It's a balancing card. It doesn't mean patient like sit on the couch and don't do anything. Patient and just like not make plans for your life. It's an active thing. The angel in this card, the figure in this card is actively balancing out the two cups. It's an active participation in your life. You're actively assessing, okay, this is what works in my life, this is what doesn't work in my life. And the way that you do that is by creating routines and schedules to keep you on track, to say, okay, well, I noticed that this week I was able to work out X amount of days, and I've been consistently doing that. But last week I didn't work out that much. What changed in my schedule? Oh, okay, I went out to this party. Oh, I talked to this person for X amount of hours consistently. Okay, so I have to cut back on those activities in order to keep my self-care up. It's just like assessing, and it's not a burden. It's like there to help you. Okay, it's not a burden. And just I'm not telling you guys anything that I'm not living, anything that I haven't learned, anything that I'm not actively participating in my life. And this is just experience that's coming through here with these cards. So I'm trying to just be more transparent and open, even if I'm reading things that I don't necessarily resonate with in the moment or understand in terms of like the specifics of someone's life. I still understand the energy of it, because I've experienced certain energies that had to be cultivated for me to be able to read this. Hopefully that makes sense. And we have the Strength card on the bottom. Perfect, because right now we're in Leo season. We all know our readings are timeless. I didn't say that at the beginning, but with this Leo, allow that energy, come on, allow that fire, the sun, being ruled by the sun energy to help you to stand into this power. Perfect that this comes out. Everyone's looking at you. You've done the work to be looked at. You've done the work. You've gotten all of the pardon me, y'all, my bad. You've gotten all of the dust and crud off of your aura and off of your chakras. You cleared them out and got them flowing in the right direction, and everything is aligned. So of course you're glowing. But I feel like for this energy to come out and this Emperor to come out in the cross, this is also fire energy. This is action. This is movement. So it's time to take action on these new beginnings that you have been at this point more than just nudge to take. This is divine saying, here you go. So whatever it is that you need to do, you're very clear on it. There's no more confusion. The only confusion is why you're not doing it. And there are a lot of heavy energies going on right now, and I just want to take a little time and tap into the feminine energy and just be a little more gentle and say that is understandable, especially being such empathetic beings, high vibrational beings. We're picking up on a lot going on in our atmosphere, in our universe. So that is very understandable. But with that Strength card, that was right here still, right? It is showing you that you are not only strong enough, but you are strong and graceful. It's not like you're belittling yourself for the ways that you were a bit more, quote, animalistic or root chakra driven. You may have been enticed by money, lust, all of what would be considered vices if done in excess. You're loving on yourself. You're saying it's okay. I know where we are, and I'm taking the steps necessary to not put us in environments that would trigger those old emotions. And that's you being gentle. You wanted to manifest in a new beginning, and all these major arcana, it's like the time is now. The atmosphere is ripe. It's prime for you to move into your destiny, that next level of where you're supposed to be. And what just came out in the, I didn't acknowledge that the Tower card was peeking out behind the Strength card. And oh my goodness, the Empress. So the Tower is a major event. I'm getting here, like they're more so drawing my eye. Of course, it's related to the crown chakra for sure, but it's like it was for you to realize that you're victorious. It's for you to realize that you have peace and harmony within yourself, balancing out your own internal Empress and Emperor within yourself. You had to realize that. You had to do this before you can come. You want someone that's whole and complete. You want situations and people and friendships and business partners that are whole and complete. You had to become whole and complete. You couldn't be so much in your masculine energy that you're not taking the time to love on yourself and to allow things to come to you. You couldn't be so much in your feminine energy that you're over nurturing, over giving, depleting yourself, right? Because that would be these two in the reverse. You had to, you know, like that Temperance card, balance it. Like, take your time and balance each one, okay? And that took time. But now the time is here for you to show off what you've learned, for you to show off how far you've come, for you to put on those fly clothes and stunt, for you to unleash that business into the world and go, for you to step out here and attract the partner that you've been waiting for. This is your time. There's no, come on, even with the season, there's an ebb and a flow. Pretty soon we're going to be moving into the autumn season, right? And that's going to be a time of releasing. So let's get on this energy right now that's allowing you to sort of, it's not, I say fast track, but your journey hasn't been quick. But in order for you to make the most of this energy right now before we start to shift seasons and transition into a more reflective period, you know, get it out now. We have the Seven of Wands with the Four of Swords and the Eight of Wands. I'm really seeing a lot of Four of Wands energy. So that relates to like, it's fire energy, right? So it's, not only is it passionate, but it's balanced. And so you're wanting to attract more balance into your life, right? Just as a whole. So as you become more balanced, you attract those sort of things. And so be mindful, right, as you come into contact with things that aren't aligned with that, because it's not only what you say no to, it's what you say yes to. If you tell the universe, oh, I want, you know, whatever it is you want. Oh, I want a partner that's da 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 da, and I want a career that's this and that. If you're constantly saying yes to things that aren't what you want, then you're choosing to stay at your level. So this is the time to unapologetically say no, and you balance your masculine and your feminine, right? So you can still do it with grace and love, but still be truthful. You don't owe anyone parts of yourself. You don't have to diminish the light that you work so hard to cultivate. 22:44 on the clock. I'm getting double blessings, double balance. The Five of Pentacles was out with the 10. This is like leap season. You know what I mean? This is like what you do right now is going to multiply. That's the energy we're in right now. Get on it. Get on it. So we have the Eight of Wands with the Knight of Cups. And we have the King of Wands on the top of the deck. And we have the Death on the bottom with the Devil. And the Chariot kind of peeking out in the background. So for you guys in this energy, it's like you're learning who to give your love and affection to. You're learning who to give your time and attention to. You're seeing that even giving a little bit of energy to someone undeserving can lead to disaster that you're going to have to heal from. You can understand that giving a little bit of anything will start to multiply if you don't get a handle on it. So it's just being more mindful of how you who you spend your energy with, what you spend your energy on, and even your mental thoughts. Like, those are multiplying quickly now too. So it's imperative that you stay more higher vibrational in your thoughts. And yes, there are times that are for deep reflection and understanding your shadow, but this is not the season where that's happening right now. You know, it's like perhaps the collective has done so much shadow work, you're just comfortable doing shadow work. And the divine is saying that is not the season for that. You know, it's like, it's 'tis the season for all of this. This is the season we're in. This is not shadow work, period. Now, like I said, this is a general reading, so take it how it goes. But for this collective, this is the season that we're in right now. This is the time for you to pop your stuff. You feel me? This is the time for you to put on, hey, this is what I've been through, and I know what I'm talking about. You know, I am this person. I am confident. You know, it's just that time. It's that energy that we're in right now. Yeah, all this Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands stuff, you cutting all that off. Let the Knight of Cups meet the Knight of Wands. Let the Knights play with the Knights, man. You here, Empress, Emperor energy. You don't have time for the little boy, little girl stuff. That's just a fact. You're making decisive decisions in love, but you're not letting up on it. The King of Swords is very balanced, you know, in their decision making, extremely thoughtful. You're not in that that Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords energy when you're the King of Swords. You know what thoughts need more attention. You know what thoughts need no attention at all, and you're comfortable with that. Right? You letting all that go. The Ten of Swords try to pop up, but the Queen of Swords like, nah, I got your back, King. I'm not dealing with the nonsense. You've cultivated that energy within yourself. And for some of you guys, when it comes to partnerships, you want Emperor, Empress energy, but you're still dealing with Knights and stuff. So no, when these sort of thoughts try to come, how that King of Swords popped out, your partner was like, no, we're not having that. You have a praying partner. You have a partner that's looking out for you. You have a partner that's gonna be like, okay, you had a long day. Let me run you this Epsom salt bath and light some candles for you and kick it. Oh, you had a long day. Like, I'm about to make sure you good. Now you dealing with little Knight of Wands and Knight of Cups type energy. They're not on that. And you wondering why you exhausted and you can't figure it out and you in your head and like, nah. Say no to some things. You deserve it. If you don't step up in the season, you're gonna regret it. And that's real. If you don't step up in the season, you're gonna regret it. It came out like this, right? This is on the bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups with the Sun, with the Five of Cups. This is also the energy of people seeing you glowed up now and they wish, you know, they had hopped on. That's another little side energy I just had to make note of. But this is the energy. This is about you. If you don't step up and realize that you're in your celebratory season and allow yourself to be put out there so you can attract tribe members, so you don't feel like you're on this journey alone. There are other people who have done the work, you know, and we're all out here vibing high. We're attracting each other. And by you not stepping out and not accepting this, you're going to regret it. And that's just a fact. And there's nothing low vibrational about that. That's a fact. You know, everything isn't sunshine and roses. There are consequences to your actions and your non-actions. Yeah, for some of y'all, it's starting a business. For some of y'all, it's stepping out and being independent. The Nine of Pentacles is right before the Ten of Pentacles, right? And so the only way you're going to get to that 10th one is externally, meeting your tribe, meeting your future spouse, stepping into your career, whatever it is, that's building this foundation of pentacles for you, and the harvest that you'll be able to share and bless others with, you're gonna need to be able to partner with people. But right now, in this energy of you hiding yourself and not stepping into your power, you're only going to be able to link up with people who are on the level that you've already come from. It's like you're a beautiful butterfly still trying to hang around with the caterpillars. It's like you're still trying to go back to the hood and go back to the block. And it's like you don't fit in there anymore. And it doesn't mean you don't resonate. You don't resonate with the old squad. You don't resonate with your people. You're on another level, and there's other people who decide to go to another level that are there, out here flying. They butterflies. But you're still around playing with the caterpillars. Ace of Swords. And that's the truth. Period. With the King of Swords. Come on now. Get out your head. Cut through the noise and see what is true. See what is really real in your life. Not what it should be. What is it? What is it really? This is a lot of air energy, but this is mature air energy. This is king and queen air energy. This is divine air energy. This isn't that what if, how, it's none of that. This is clarity. This is having a clear mind. So create more stillness in your life. It's time to meditate regularly, because the level that you reach and the height and the relationship that you need to have with the divine to keep your life flowing is paramount. So that is the priority. So just make it a personal goal to meditate throughout the day. And I feel like, you know, if you're just starting, of course, you know, start with like 10 minutes. But if you've been doing this for a while, 30 minutes, you know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the AM and in the PM. And of course, if you feel the need to do more, but that's just the minimum. This is the level that you're on. It's like if you know, you've been working out for a while and you're still trying to lift 5-pound weights and 10-pound weights, you're not about to grow anymore. You're going to have to get the, you know, the 25s and the 50s and the 75s if you want to see more growth. And you can't, you know, just doing a little bit here and there. That's good for somebody who's still on that level. But where you are, it's just time to lift more. It's time to do more. It's time to put more into your practice, become more disciplined, because that's really what's going to free you up. You know, having that structure is going to show you where you have room to kind of play in between. But if you don't have a structure, you kind of just everywhere. You got to know where you're going. You got to know what you want in order to get there. You know, it's like that, you know, the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland. You know, Alice went to him in the tree and was like, you know, which road do I take? The Cheshire Cat was like, you know, well, where do you want to go? And Alice was like, I don't know. Well, then the Cheshire Cat was like, you know, if you don't know where you want to go, then any road will take you there. And so you may have this confusing energy because you haven't written out, this is what I want. This is where I'm trying to be. This is where I want to be in 6 months. This is where I want to be in a year. You know, this is where I want to be in 30 days. Write that out. And anytime you want to take an action, ask yourself, is this getting me closer or further away from this goal? And that's the determining factor. And so how you move your actions off of that is your choice. But, you know, at least you'll know, like, hey, I know I have to work out in the morning. Staying out tonight is probably not the best thing because I'm not going to want to get up. You know, it's just that little bit of delayed gratification because you're in your winning season right now. Don't let anything stop you from that season. Okay, we're going to pull one more card and see what the divine has to say. Let's play. I said we'll pull one more card, and of course it's the number 4. The number 4 has been coming out a lot. I've literally personally been seeing 44 every single where I go, and that's the number of stability, right? Laying firm foundations, right? Balance. And so in order for you to rise higher, you have to, the higher you go, the deeper your foundation has to be. So some of you all, for the collective, have gone through the depths. Hold on one second, my nose is going off. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Okay, I had to get my nose together. But yeah, so picking up where we left off, like I said, 4 is balance, and in order to go higher, you have to go deeper, right? So a lot of the collective has gone to the depths and continuously gone back. It's like the, you know, it's like Persephone goes to the underworld as a cycle. It's not just one time. You know, it's a cycle. So there's going to be periods of you constantly revisiting that shadow, the depths of your subconscious. That's going to be that ebb and flow, you know. But when it's time to come back up to the surface, it's time to come back up to the surface. And don't delay that process, because you deserve it. You went through the depths, and now it's time for you to shine. Now this is your time. Come on, we got the 10 of Pentacles with the 6 of Pentacles with the Chariot and the 9 of Pentacles. This type of energy that you're in right now, it's going to start with you. You want to leave a legacy. Perhaps you want to be able to give to others in the way that you weren't giving to. You want to be able to help others. I feel not struggle so much. You know, it's like you want your life to mean more. You want your life to mean something than just you having it all. And, you know, you want to be able to pour back into others, and you stepping into your power is the way that you do that. I'm getting, okay, yeah, because I see the Elder here, right, on the 10 of Pentacles, and this is the 6 of Pentacles, but this is also 5. So there may have been some people in your life that could have helped you out, who were older and didn't, you know. It's like they could have put you on, but they were just like, nah, you got to struggle, you got to figure it out. And there's some of you all who've had people who may have wanted to, but they just didn't set their life up. They just lived their life in a way just to make sure that you survive, but there was nothing they could give back to you. And you want to be the one in your family to do that for those coming up. You want to be the one when somebody comes to you, hey mama, hey dad, hey sister, brother, auntie, I got this idea I'm working on. Like, you know, you want to be able to cultivate them and help put them in position to win, so that when they're an adult, they don't ever have to fill out a job application, write a resume, you know, go beg and borrow and steal from people. No, you want to be the one to put them on. And it starts by you being fulfilled first. You creating and cultivating your garden. You know, putting in the work. And see, my finger right here is blocking this 1 pentacle. That makes it 8 of Pentacles. That means you put in the work. You already put in the work. Continue to do the work. But now the work is for you to put yourself out there. Right? You've been maybe in hermit mode so long, you know, been in the shadow work element so long, maybe you forgot what it's like on the surface. But welcome back. Here we are right here. Big Leo energy. So have the courage to be yourself. When a lion comes through the room, you know it's a lion, and you respect it. You respect that energy. So here we are. You want to know which direction to move to. Move towards the direction that's going to lead to your happiness and fulfillment and abundance. And it's over the white sphinx here, and that represents that yang energy, that masculine energy, that get out there and handle it type energy. The feminine straight. Okay? You know how to cultivate that nurturing. You know, self-love yourself on up. Now it's time for you to put it into action so that you can, 6 of Pentacles, give to somebody who's in need. And even if you don't feel like you have enough right now, there's some sort of knowledge that you have. There's some sort of energy. I don't know why the yeah, it kind of got weird. There's some sort of energy that you have. There's some sort of gift that you have right now. Right? There's some gift that you have right now that you're able to impart on people. There's some way that you can even volunteer, right? You know, maybe you have a skill or a talent. There's some way you can go to a school and help somebody. You can go to a shelter and help the women and men there and share your story, and maybe bring them clean socks and underwear and toiletries. And there's a way that you can give of yourself now in this moment that's going to help you maybe help you come into contact with other people who are elevated on your level and doing the same thing. So this is just about you having faith in yourself, having faith in your journey, and knowing that you have arrived, knowing that you are here. Okay? So I'm going to pull a card from the Shaman Oracle deck. So I'm just adjusting, putting a little more sandalwood on the coal. Connecting with nature is going to be something that's helpful, because nature is pure. Although, you know, we have entities who are polluting our nature, nature, in our natural habitat. Getting still in a beautiful place in nature, in a quiet scenery, scenic area, is going to help you just tap into the simplicity of life. Because right now life can be a bit chaotic. Life can basically present so many options and choices, you're not really sure which way to go. You're not sure if you're being marketed to, or someone's actually giving you a real review on something, or if you're being given the right information from a friend, or are they just operating? It's just a lot of things that you're questioning right now, and it's just like, okay, get into nature and get quiet. You'll find the answer. In the stillness, the answer will just like float to the top. So it's just like, you may have a lot of questions about what you need to do, how you need to move. Maybe you're trying to purchase something big and you're not really sure. You have all the information coming in, but it's like, I need to know for me what is the right thing to do. So we're pulling the card from the Shaman Oracle deck. We have Taming the Wind and the Rainbow. So this definitely speaks to literally what we just spoke about. Quieting your mind, taming the wind, taming the waves of communication, all of this energy that's flowing through, that spirit is giving you. And you're also tapping into other spirits as well, right? So it's also about keeping yourself protected at this time, wearing protective stones. Black tourmaline is like one of the best stones for protection that I found. Now, we're all different. We all vibrate at our own frequency. So you may find that other stones are helpful. Obsidian is also great. Amethyst is wonderful protective stone, especially for your crown chakra, and also breaking any addictions, not just physical. Maybe some you want to stop smoking or drinking. Those things are cool too, but also any mental addictions, any patterns of thoughts, any emotional addictions, any patterns of how you give and receive love, how you express yourself. All of those. Tiger's Eye is wonderful too. You need a little more confidence, a little more of that solar plexus energy. Definitely grab you some Tiger's Eye, and it'll help protect your not only your solar plexus, but that energy of productivity, the energy of self-worth as well. And so we have the rainbow, right? The rainbow is a culmination of the light spectrum, and it's also, when do you see a rainbow? After the storm. That's when you see a rainbow, is after the rain. And while we are watered and nurtured by the rain, there's still a time that that adjustment period, after you're soaking wet and it was nice, but it's just like, okay, I need to dry off and get back out here and moving. Everything has its time and place, but now it's time for you to shine. Don't get so comfortable in the underworld that you're not willing to step out and allow yourself to be seen for fear of getting hurt. You're a lot stronger now. You're not that little boy, that little girl. You're not that young, headstrong, young adult. You have stepped into your power, and now it's time for you to let it be seen, right? And so taming those thoughts that are saying that you're not worthy, taming those thoughts that are artificial, that aren't true, right? And that's what in the pre-shuffle, the Seven of Cups was also present as well. So it's like you have all of these options, all of these opportunities, and the Seven of Cups isn't like a negative card. It's just like, hey, I have all of these options that are coming towards me. Which one is the best one? And that's being wise enough to see that, instead of just diving in each cup and figuring it out. That's you trusting your intuition and saying, hey, let me take a step back. Let me convene with the higher sources of power to see which direction would be most beneficial for me, and then take off in that direction. This is actual movement. This isn't you getting clarity about what it is and then just staying like, well, I don't know. Tame that energy and move into your destiny. And it's also 41, which breaks down to 5. There's going to be a lot of change. There's going to be a lot of change when you move different. And that's the whole point of you leveling up. That's the point of you doing the work on yourself so that you can change. So please don't let anybody whose colors haven't bloomed because of the work they haven't put on tell you something about yourself. You know, you want to balance that energy because in Leo season, you want to keep that confidence at a level to where it doesn't come to arrogance. So you always want to be open to the wisdom of elders, but you have enough information right now to take a leap of faith in the direction that you have been wanting to go in. 44 on the clock right here again. Come on now. Let's put that magician energy to work. Okay? Cultivate the life you want by taking the action that will help you get there. All right, so thank y'all for letting me read for y'all. Once again, I'm Pharaoh. If you would like to book a personal reading, that information is in the description box below. We do have our website now, so shout out to us for being diligent and making that happen. Like I said, sometimes things that are sent that one person sees that are sent to set them back, someone else sees as a catalyst to their growth. And so, hey, now we are combining everything on Instagram. It's just on Pharaoh's Rise. You will find, starting tomorrow, we're going live on there with the daily readings. And then, like I said, here on Instagram, you'll get the weekly, and then you'll get the weekend readings, okay? So make sure you click the notification bell so you'll know when we're doing that. I've been going through an ebb and flow of wanting to decide of, oh my gosh, like, and I've told y'all so many times, like, okay, y'all, this is what we're about to do, and da-da-da-da, and now I'll get started, and then I'll stop. I'll get started. The why has to be strong enough for you to keep going, and my why is the legacy that I will be leaving to the generations to come. They have to see that it's more than possible, not only for me, but for them. And so in order for you to help someone up, you have to be in a position to pull someone up, right? And to have the strength and not just be working with the bare minimum. So we're living in an era of information, which means that there's an era of abundance, right? Abundance of everything. So which abundance you want to tap into is your prerogative. Right here, the divine is saying you are a beautiful light being. It's time to let all of your colors show, not only the bright ones and the ones you think are cool, but the dark ones too. Talk about your struggles. Talk about what you've really gone through. That's a lot of the issue in our communities, is that people just want to act like they didn't go through anything, or, oh, I got it on my own. That type of culture. Like, the elders aren't respected. And so it's time to bring back those values and just being a real authentic person. Like, hey, I may look like I have X, Y, and Z together, but there was once upon a time when I did it. And sharing that information with the youth so that they know that, you know, they're just not on a wrong path, or there's nowhere for them to overcome. You know, it's just being honest. And we're breaking down the illusion that many of our elders and our parents and our guardians presented, and just like keep everything hush, and I'm not going to tell you about my struggle. It's like, no, you have to know where someone has come from in order for you to even appreciate their success. It makes it that much more sweeter. So just continue to move forward. The divine is with you with this Chariot energy. Continue to manifest, continue to co-create with the divine, and to accept their blessings and accept the clarity that they're giving to you, because you've earned it. You deserve it. So this is your season. Let your light shine bright. On Instagram, Pharaoh's Rise. Follow us over there for the daily uploads, and here on Instagram and here on YouTube for the twice a week weekly, and then you're gonna have the weekend. Much love and success to y'all. Thank y'all so much for still rocking with the channel. Like, that really means a lot that I come over here, and you know, a few subscribers have fallen to the wayside, have decided to do other things, and that's cool. And it's not about counting numbers, it's just about seeing, wow, like, I still have a lot of people rocking with me here. So I'm so grateful for that. And I'm going to do my due diligence and to make sure that I'm still giving y'all the content that's going to help y'all life as well, hopefully. And let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that, how y'all feel about the reading, what resonates with y'all. You know, I know it's this whole thing that, and I'm kind of talking a little longer. I didn't mean for it to be so long, but I know this all about like, oh, the algorithm and da-da-da-da, and it's just about like baiting people to sort of leave comments. But I really like to read the comments. I really like responding to you guys. It really does help personally, and of course it does help the algorithm on the media platform as well. But just building that community, building that engagement, this is me putting my gifts and my talents out here to attract the tribe that I desire to be around, the people that are in alignment with the level of growth where I am, and those who aren't. That's why I'm able to help, right? We can all help each other. So much love and light and peace and confidence to y'all. Namaste.